Okay. I was doing a little online shopping. I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and come on live a little bit. And just put it around. Let me press. What does this do? I can filter the chats. Start a Q&A. Let's see. I need to get used to this YouTube live. Oh, I don't want a green screen. Damn, how do I fix that? Ah, go hectic lah. My shirt is not shirting. I ironed it, but it's just not doing. So I was talking in my TikTok live about building a relationship with yourself, but of course I had to go off because I was, expecting a call. And I thought I wanted to continue that with you. I'm gonna be live more on YouTube. Like my eventual space is going to be YouTube. So I'm gonna start trickling my work from TikTok to YouTube. I feel like after TikTok could just shut down in January, my heart was just like, we cannot really fully trust TikTok. But the point of the matter is, how you get people to value you is basically how you value yourself, your relationship with yourself. Hey girls, hi. Yeah, I went off on TikTok. I was on there literally for like 10-15 minutes and I could see literally the question come on. It's easier for me to go on TikTok because I'm used to TikTok. I know how TikTok lives work, but at the same time it's like if shit hits the fan, then where do I go? At least if I create this platform, I strengthen it, then I can still do my TikTok videos here and there. I mean lives. I mean I'll still do my videos, but I want to have like a platform here on YouTube. Like I want to bring you guys over here. So the reason, okay, so the main thing, what I want to talk about, hey William, is how do you create a space for yourself in this world? How do you change how people view you? How do you gain respect? Firstly, you can never force people on how they treat you, right? You need to have standards. If people don't oblige on what you want, then you just don't stick around. That's called boundaries, that's called standards, that's called self-love and basically valuing yourself. I'm in America. Hi, I'm in America. Okay, hi Mirandi. I don't know who that is. Anyways, let's just focus on the topic. So a lot of people always say, "Oh, I have a problem. I feel like these people don't treat me like this, or these men don't respect me." It's because how you view yourself. The only way people can respect you is based on how you view yourself and what you think about yourself. Oh my gosh! Okay, shout out to, is it Kia? Like, who are these people? I said this live was specifically not for kids. Why am I getting like people asking me to do shout outs? Hi. Anyways, I'm not gonna do any more shout outs. I don't know you guys. Are you guys even subscribed to my channel? Hi, I'm gonna greet everybody who's coming in. I'm not doing any more shout outs. Okay. So you cannot base your life on how other people treat you. You have to, I love you too. You have to treat yourself in a certain way that when you get less treatments than what you expect, then you simply just remove yourself from those predicaments. What people do is they sit and they are so hell bent on how men treat them, how family members treat them, what people other people think of. It doesn't matter what other people think about you. If you have self-value and self-love, if you're in a predicament where someone doesn't treat you as such, whether it's a relationship or whatever it is, you simply remove yourself from their predicaments. It's when you value yourself so much that you don't tie yourself to how a man thinks about you. If a man can treat you with dignity and with respect, why would you remain in that predicament? That means there's a gap in the way you view yourself. That means your love and your value for yourself is not strong enough. It doesn't matter what other people say about you. How do you feel about yourself? And when you carry that on a day to day and you live that with confidence, that radiates more. And you will find yourself debating less with people that don't value you and find yourself just packing and walking away because you realize I view myself in a certain way and I do not stay in spaces that confine me. Or worse than in I don't stay in spaces that make me feel any less than who I am. But what people do is they want to force the narrative. They want to stick even more to the person that doesn't value them and try to convince that person. It is not your job to stick and convince a man to see you more than what you are. Your job is to set your standard. And if someone breaks it, if a man breaks it, then it's your job to get up and leave. It's just that simple. But the consistency of trying to understand why didn't he respect me? Why did he ghost me? That means your self value is not strong enough. That means the foundation that you have within yourself is not strong enough. So you need to spend a lot of time strengthening that bond, strengthening those boundaries, and strengthening those standards until you are unwavered or unmoved by someone that tries to bend or break your standards. You can't go around getting upset at every man because they treated you less or every person because they treated you less. No, it doesn't matter what they do. What matters is how you view yourself. And I get a lot of questions, including from my family members. How is it that you always ready to leave? You never tolerate stuff. And I was like, because I know I deserve a certain type of treatments. And if I'm not getting that type of treatments, what is the purpose of me destroying myself and remaining in that predicament? It doesn't make sense. So you need to get to a point where you think so high of yourself that when someone treats you or even tries to treat you, because when people bargain, especially men sometimes don't verbally bargain with you. They will mistreat you, and that's a way of bargaining. To them, if I mistreat her, she's going to eventually lower her standards. Because what that does, it eats away at your confidence. When you consistently stay in predicaments, hey girl, hey Pindile, when you consistently stay in predicaments that make you feel less than, then you bargaining with your self-esteem and your self-value. And what that does is it consistently chips and eats away at yourself. So get to a point where you're so confident and so safe in your body that when you're mistreated at work, at the home, anywhere, especially by a man, you get up and leave. You just like, no, I don't stick around in situations where I'm not valued. And I always make this example. This bottle of water could be $10 at the airport. It could be $2 at Walmart. When you're at the airport, you're not going to leave the airport to go to Walmart to buy that bottle of water for $2. You're going to purchase it at the airport for $10, knowing damn well that it can be $2 at Walmart. So you need to go in places where you are valued as such, where people are willing to purchase or pay your price or maintain your standards regardless of who you are, but based on the demand in that space. But what you'll do is you want to go to places where you are considered to be worth $1, and then you want to sell yourself in those places or market yourself, your standards in those places for $10. You can't do that because you will consistently feel like a failure. So you need to view the type of people that you're dating. If the type of people that you are dating make you feel like you are less than what you are, you need to change the whole demographic. You need to change the age. You need to change the race. You need to change everything. Because here's the thing, right? A person can only love you as much as they love themselves. So if you were someone who does not have money or cannot afford their life, their love and respect for themselves is not that great. So it's going to rub off on you. So consistently put yourself in places where your value is held extremely high. And then when you get to those places, you will see yourself when you are set and comfortable in that value and in those standards, and you see that everybody can comply and is understand, you are going to want to elevate and increase and improve your standards. But if you consistently put yourself in predicaments where your market value is low, Every time you're gonna try to state this price, no, but I'm worth $10. People are gonna be like, no, you're no longer even worth $1. Now you're worth 50 cents. When you're in a human being, when you're in a human body, you have feelings and you have emotions. Those feelings and your emotions are the reason why you view yourself the way you view yourself. So when someone attacks that, they're attacking you as a person. That's how it feels. So remove yourself, and that's why people are like, oh my gosh, he did this. I want to don't never forgive a person, because the only time I would forgive a person is when I feel like they understand the wrong they've done, and they understand what they might lose if they continue doing this. And I don't accept verbal apologies. I want to see your actions consistently remaining there. But if you agree to getting someone to verbally apologize to you and then you trust that, the damage is on you. When they do something else, it's on you because you opened that door. You gotta let people show you who they are. And when they do something wrong, they need to work hard to trust you and earn your trust again. But people consistently want to devalue themselves by chasing stuff. The minute you're chasing something, you've already reduced your standards. You might as well not even have standards. Because now, when you're pursuing something, you're going to start operating at that thing's standards. So let's just say you're chasing a man. If a man's standard is, I sleep with a woman within the first 2 weeks of being with them, because you're pursuing that man, you're going to eventually reduce your standards and do that. Even if your standards is, I only sleep with a man after he pays all my bills. But because you're pursuing him and you like him more, you will eventually reduce your standards because you want this so bad. So be careful. Learn, train yourself to think how important you are. Go to places where you are pursued so that your standards could be the winning standards. But if you chase something, if you chase a man, if you're chasing, especially a man, you will end up settling because you want him so bad. And let me tell you, men are so smart, they can pick up when you are desperate. And when they can determine your desperation, they dangle things in front of you. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get that. But you've compromised yourself so much that you're willing to settle. And I always say, don't date people that you like. Date people that like you more. Because as a woman, it's easy to learn to like a man or even fall in love with a man. But if you're going there already with your heart open, you are going to get disappointed because you are willing to settle, you are willing to tolerate, you are more willing because you've done 90% of the work for him by you just liking him from the jump, just for his existence. You've done 90%. So he does not need to impress you. He does not need to convince you. You've done 90% of the work. So go where you are wanted. That way you grow into liking a person. You don't fall in love. You grow into liking that person. Eventually it's going to lead to love. You're going to give that person room and space for them to show you what your future might look like with them. So you need to choose your stance in that way. You need to ask yourself every time, in every predicament, especially when it comes to being with another human being, a man, am I pursuing or am I being pursued? And if you are pursuing, you will find yourself in a constant anxious mindset because you're going against your beliefs by settling and tolerating what the other person, just so that they can stay in your life. So if you have those feelings, the uncertainty, the anxiousness, the constant wanting to reach out, the constant validation, the constant checking, you are pursuing that person. The person is not pursuing you. But if you, on the other hand, feeling calmer, no sense of urgency, feeling at peace, being okay whether the relationship works out or not, being okay if he calls or not, where you feel like your life will continue regardless, you are being pursued because you are constantly feeling safe. And when you at a point where you don't care how the situation plays out, you already have the upper hand of the situation. But when you start to care on how the situation plays out, the other person has the upper hand on you. And you are the pursuer. You are pursuing the person. Hi, living up with Toby. Hey, girl. Now I was just saying I'm gonna start doing more lives here and get used to doing lives on YouTube than I am on TikTok. I feel like TikTok it's become an automatic thing. I know how to work TikTok lives. I just need to learn how to work YouTube live. I have another screen if you guys see me looking on this side. So if any hey girl, oh those are cute.
I know, bright red. Hold on, because hold on, let me call you right back.
So on that note, you need to consistently check in a relationship. You could be in a relationship for 10 years, you could be in a relationship for 6 months, you could be in a relationship for a year. If there's any sense of anxiousness or uncertainty, you are pursuing that person. You need to stop, reevaluate, and check what is it that you've been doing wrong. Because here's the thing, especially when you're in a relationship for a while, you tend to forget what it was like initially. You tend to forget how you do in the person. So you need to get to a point where you need to stop, ask yourself, am I worth $1 now or am I still worth $10? How do you check on that? Am I pursuing or am I being pursued? How do you check on that? Am I anxious? Am I concerned? Am I constantly initiating? And am I constantly trying to make sure that this person is aware of me? Am I seeking constant validation? You are the pursuer. You are the more aggressive party in the predicament. You are the more masculine party in the predicaments because masculine energy is pursuing energy. But if you're in your rested phase, you don't mind, you don't even, your happiness is there whether the relationship exists or not. You're at peace. You still focusing on yourself. You still are continuing with your hobbies. You still, you all still about yourself. You are still being pursued. That's how you check your value. Being in a document. Okay, hold
Yeah.
on, Palisa. I'll respond to that right now. Yeah, Kel.
Oh, you're still in the middle of whatever. Yeah, I was showing the nails. I got a bright red. This Jennifer made me do this. This bright pepper red.
That's pretty. That's the red I get. Where you going? Are you gonna go sleep?
Yeah, yeah, I'm going to bed. Maybe well. But once I was just like, it's red. It's giving red for the bob. But I'm definitely going to bed. I'll chat with you later because I know you're busy.
Yeah, all right. Chat with me later. Call me
Okay.
when you get up. It's
All
cute. I
right,
like
shop
it. I
here.
like the nails in the hair. All right,
I
Kel.
know. I think it does. All right, shop, shop.
Okay, shop. Bye. Yeah, being in your dark femininity will consistently put you in predicaments where you are pursued. Just being in your femininity will help you realize when you're in a masculine space. So you need to educate yourself on what is light femininity and dark femininity because here's what society has made women feel like being in your dark femininity is some form of evil thing, some form of terrible thing. It's not. It's really not. You have to tap into both aspects of yourself. That's when you know you are comfortable with yourself. Lol, he just said he's scared of texting me. How do I respond to that? Why is he afraid of texting you? Just ask why. Japan. Ask him why. There has to be a reason. What is creating that fear in him? Men are not afraid. He's trying to reel you in. He's trying to soften you up. There's no way he's afraid. He's trying to play with your emotions. He's trying to, I don't know. Just be like why and see what he says. But there's no such thing as a man is afraid. He's trying to soften you up. and so that you can A, be the one who initiates the contact. Don't do that. B, for you to think he's putting you on a pedestal to one day surprise you. C, he's just playing some mind games, girl. Don't play into that. And if he says, ask him why. And if he says something stupid, be like, well, okay, I guess we're not going to talk, and just leave it at that. We moved our life to YouTube. Glad I found you. Hey, girl. Yes, we are. We definitely are shifting onto more on YouTube. More and more on YouTube. I mean, we still love TikTok. We still finna be there posting some videos, but YouTube is going to be our home base. For those people that don't want to follow YouTube, my YouTube on TikTok, it's their funeral. Yeah, so if he's afraid of texting you, then he doesn't care much to make he's not trying to build it. He's not trying to create a relationship. He's not trying to pursue you. Why is he afraid? If a man wants something, he will die on that hill till he gets it. He promised to get a gift on my birthday and he couldn't. He postponed, and so now I detached and I have been quiet, not talking to him. Yes, do not respond until you get your gift. If he says I'm afraid of talking to you, be like, do you have my gift? Stand on business. Basically, you don't have to even chat to me till you give me my gift. She said, love it. I know, right? Yeah, stand on business. Don't entertain anything. Because that's why I knew it was mind games. No man is afraid of anything unless he's using that strategy to reel you in. Why would he be afraid? That doesn't even make sense. Now it does. Because he owes you a gift. He probably wants you to forgive him and feel sorry for him. No, it was your birthday. He needs to give you a gift or leave you alone. Here's the thing, right? I was just watching a TikTok before I got on live. This lady said something. So it's like I actually reposted on my TikTok. Go to my TikTok repost. So basically, she's asking the universe. She's like, universe, can I want my more money? The universe is like, you need to break up with your boyfriend. And the lady's like, no, why? I want more money and still keep my boyfriend. The universe is like, no, your boyfriend is the reason why you have no money. If you continue on this vibration, your boyfriend, you're not going to get money. And she's like, well, I'm trying to keep the universe is that you need to pick one. If you continue, which means this boyfriend is lowering her vibration. If you continue on this vibration, I will not provide you with money. Some people are blockages. Some men are blockages in life. And you need to check on the type of man you are wasting your time on. So you're putting that person on a pedestal and willing to risk your blessings. No. Let the person come right or don't come at all. And if they're not coming right, shut it down. He said it before, because I have set boundaries with him and before I would ignore his text. See, if you continue playing into that game where you set your boundaries and he does something and you're still willing to take his messages or take his calls, he's not going to have respect for you. So when you set a boundary, don't create space for a second boundary to be set. Don't even allow further room for communication past that boundary. If he wanted to give you your gift, you would have gotten your gift. You wouldn't be going back and forth over whether he's afraid of contacting you or not. He is showing you, I have no respect for you, and I'm going to continue trying to bargain until you break. You've set a boundary before. He missed your birthday. He's not trying to fix that. By sending a message, his message should have been like, I got your gift. What time can I come drop it off? But if he's still trying to, you set a boundary and he's sending messages like, for me, he would have texted that message. There would have been one tick. He would have been blocked. I set boundaries one time. I'm not doing it the second time with you. You don't get a second chance because you heard me the first time. It could be things that are not related, but you saw that I'm a type of person that stands up in business. When you did something dumb the second time, you were opening yourself up to be blocked. You opened the room for you to potentially lose me. So now sit there and enjoy a life without me. Because why would you want to consistently set boundaries with the person that didn't respect your very first boundary that you set? Joe, I'm so late. I only saw your TikTok story now. It's okay, Mbali. He's lowering your value. Yeah, they will lower your value. And when they do lower your value, they will block. They will block your blessings. They will block your blessings. And if you consistently feel stuck and you're in a relationship, you need to reevaluate their relationship. Is it growing you or is it depleting you? My stress is being approached by a money ritualistic person. What do you mean? You will know if someone's into money rituals. You will hear how they talk. They will be signs, girl. Hey, Tan. I joined online dating apps, and most guys' profiles have disclaimers that they don't like to to be asked for money. Do you recommend online dating? It just depends on the app. Sometimes just change the app. You might have to go to an app where you pay money and be willing to spend on money. Anyone that says I'm not willing to spend has a gold digger mindset. And let me tell you, no man will unfold like a single dollar bill, like a stripper on a pole, like a broke man when they see a wealthy man. They are willing to push you as a woman and kick you down for them to get access to their rich man. That's how much more men are gold diggers versus women. But if a man says I'm not willing to spend, put him in the broke category. No man is wealthy unless you can live proof of their wealth. It doesn't matter what he has. If you're not enjoying that wealth, then he might as well be broke. It's like you having a car with no tires. You know how are you gonna drive your car? Or a car with no engine. That's a useless piece of crap. So sometimes just look at the online dating, look at the reviews, Google on apps where you can find wealthy men. Sometimes you might have to pay for the apps. You just need to ask yourself, what are you willing to do to get this life? I would definitely also just say, just go out for drinks. You might be on apps if you want to be on apps, or you can just go out and socialize. Because the amounts of confidence someone has when they have a phone and you can't see them is different when they are sitting face to face to you. They will say crap on the app, but when you're sitting across them, you're like, where's that mouth? You were talking nonstop on the app. What is going on? Where is that person? Because it's easy to say anything. That's why there's so many online bullies, because they're sitting behind their little computers and their little phones. No one can confront them immediately. You can't even see their faces. But it's different when you're sitting across me. Talk your shit. Do you know what I mean? Then it's a different situation. So I would say if you're online dating, do both. Do online dating and definitely go and socialize. I'm out of water. Damn, I've been drinking water. I'm telling you. So a man that says I'm not going to spend on you, he's basically saying I don't like you and I just want to waste your time. It's just that. I don't like you and I just want to sit here and waste all of your time. And if you're stupid enough, you're going to let me do it. I'm telling you, that is literally the conversation. Because when a man likes you, he's going to want to seem wealthy. He's going to want to seem successful. He's going to want you to look up to him. He's going to want to be respected by you. He's going to want to be viewed as the most powerful. He's going to want to oversell himself so much to impress you, so that you eventually like him. And but if he doesn't like you, he don't care. As long as he gets what he wants. I'm trying to pick this up. As long as he gets what he wants from me. So be mindful. If a man is telling you he ain't got no money, someone abused him and took all his money, but that's like him saying, I don't you're not really my type, but if you let me waste my time, your time, or if you let me hit it, I'ma hit it. What's the best times and days to go out? Midweek? Happy hour? I would say if your happy hour is between 4 to 6, I'd say get at happy hour at 5, stay, or 5:30, stay there till maybe like 7, so you get to experience the crowd right after happy hour. Or get there at 5, so to make sure you get space at the bar. And then during the weekends, if you want to go out, do not go out when there's crowds. During brunch time, you never finna catch me at a brunch time event unless I'm with girlfriends. You're gonna catch me at you're gonna catch me at the breakfast, which is anytime between 8 to 10 in the morning, and you're gonna catch me after brunch, which is anytime after 2 p.m., like 2:30, because brunch usually ends at 2 o'clock. So avoid going when there's crowds. Try to go when there's less people. On Mondays, on high-end hotel bars, you will find a lot of business people that have came in from out of town, or some of them from in town. Maybe they just had meetings at that hotel. Go look at your steakhouses. The steakhouses, men love steak. You will always find men at steakhouses. Okay, so you just rotate, see what crowd you're looking for, the type of men you're looking for, then go to the places at different times, and then you will eventually see, okay, around this time, this is where the money is. Then you start frequenting those places around that time. There's no set rule for anything, but you also need to think outside the box. Okay, you need to think outside the box. If you want to be in a predicament where there's people that are working older, etc., you can be expecting to be out at 11 and expecting to attract a sane, mature provider, grown gentleman. You're gonna find someone who, unless it's someone's birthday celebration or someone's celebrate, but you're gonna find someone who's gonna be like, I've got 6 other girls lining up and waiting for me, and I want you and your friend. Yeah, no. You're not gonna catch me outside after 11 p.m. After 9 p.m. actually, it's unless I'm with my friends. That's a whole different. And I've been out with my friends. The crowd at night after 9 is so much younger. And when we're around those people, you just buy me drinks. You're not getting my number. You're just not. Because it's just a fun time for now. When I'm going home, I've never met you. It's just dead and gone. So you need to ask yourself, what type of person are you looking for? So yeah, every time you stick around and you're concerned about a man that left, or concerned about a man that you're with but he's not performing accordingly, then you are lowering your vibration. You're blocking your own blessings. You need to get to a point. You need to get to a point. If that man says, why are you breaking up with me? You must tell them, you are blocking my blessings and you do not have money. Poverty is a mindset. And when you're with somebody, because you spend a lot of time with your man, whether it's over the phone, in person, when you're with somebody who has a poverty mindset, it becomes contagious. Baby, let's have date night every Friday. Yo, baby, so you want me to spend X amounts of money every week? Poverty mindset. He's not thinking of maintaining the relationship. He's not thinking of keeping things spicy. He's not thinking that you want to get dressed and want to be treated like a queen. He's not thinking about none of that. He's thinking about money, which means he has a poverty mindset. And I'm talking about high value men. You go on dates 2-3 times a week. And these are wealthy men. I'm talking about people with companies, not a company. Companies. They're going to call you, honey, Tuesdays and Thursdays on my time. Or Tuesdays and Saturday on my time. Or Wednesdays, like, honey, can we just do something? Before the week even starts, you already know on Tuesday and on Saturday, you have places to go. Because you've told him that's your availability. I'm thinking of selling my number because all men do is waste my time. Sell your number. I definitely went through a phase where I sold my number. If someone would ask for my number, I'd be like, I'd straight up. Why? Why do you want my number? I'll ask them to prove it to me that they want my number. And they'll ask me how. Buy me something. Do something nice for me. Why would? Because I don't want you to waste my time. Sometimes for a man, the end goal is just to prove to himself that he got the number. He could have a whole family and wife and kids. But for him, The fun and the thrill is I could still get a number. And then you'll find that he won't call or he won't follow up. But the thrill was to get the number. Then if that's the thrill, get something out of it. Get something, sell the number. And the serious person will purchase it. And if they don't, then what have you lost? Nothing. You've lost nothing. You still have your number. Your body's still intact. Your brain is still functional. Nothing is taken away from you. You have no one giving you empty promises. So what's the worst that can happen? Set that straight. Like, these are for me to give you my number. These are my terms and conditions. And what that does, it creates respect for you as a woman. Like, oh, so you don't just give out people's numbers. You give out your numbers to people. No, I don't. You gonna pay my check. If I'm eating, if you don't pay my check, you will never see the light of day of my number. Even if you offer me one drink, who the hell is gonna pay for the rest of the drinks that I had and the food? No. I will take your number and I will never call you. That means you didn't do enough. How do you go about doing it? Like, I remember the very first time I did it, I was in Walmart and this guy was pestering me. Oh my gosh, when I say following me, Walmart is like a Pick and Pay in South Africa. But it's like a Pick and Pay hyper. So we were in Walmart and he was like, can I get your number? He was following me around, and when I was saying I was in, like, I was walking trying to get in and get out of like Walmart. Can I get you? I said, what you gonna do for me if I give you this? If I give you this number? He was like, what? I said, what you going to do for me? Why should I give you my number? And he was like, well, I'm trying to call you. I was like, I have enough people calling me. Well, I'm just trying to see. I have enough people seeing me. Why should I give you my number? And he was like, well, pick something. Take whatever you want from the store. I went straight to, and I needed headphones. My headphones were broken. I don't even know where those headphones are. They're probably in my storage unit. I went straight to the electronics and I went and I picked up Beats headphones, red Beat headphones, and I made him pay for it. And then later on, he sent me an additional $250 that same day. So, and worse, I gave him my sister's number. I only gave him my number when he was like, I want to send you some money. Can you tell your sister? He basically called my sister. My sister was like, who is this person calling me? He said he just bought you Beats headphones, and I'm like, oh, some idiot did it. And he was like, okay, he's trying to get your number, and I was like, no. And my sister's like, he's saying he's gonna send you money. Then I was like, okay, give him my number. And then he sent a message, hi, I sent him my Cash App. And he was like, I don't have Cash App. I was like, then you can do Apple Pay. And I was like, if you don't, I will block you. And he paid $250. So sometimes it can end up in the endless texting. Imagine, that's even worse. So you just wasting time on your phone. Don't do that. Then there are those ones that don't want to send money but wants to be seen shopping outside with you. Yeah, no, that's because you're the trophy. No, shopping. Why am I here with you if you're not buying me anything? I don't want to be here with you. You finna buy me something. No. You see, when you start to see men for what they are and not what you want them to be, you start to treat them accordingly. Men don't know how to respond to a woman who's sure of herself. Men don't know how to respond to a woman who puts them in their place. Men don't know how to respond to a confident, self-sufficient woman. They're used to women that are emotional. They're used to women that sell the dream of wanting love. They will sell that love dream. And wow, did you see him again? I saw him one time. He gave me more money. I think he gave me $500. So it basically became a money chase situation. For me to see you, you do this. But it was in Dallas. I don't live in Dallas. Hold on, guys. I need to check my charger. I'm coming. My battery is low. But it eventually just started becoming like a money situation. If you see me, or if you want to see me, you gotta do this. If you want this, you want to do that. And I feel like that's the only way they're gonna respect you, because they're not used to women that. And if he has the money, and I knew he had the money, they are going to pay. And if he doesn't have the money, then you just did yourself a favor. You just dodged a huge bullet. Why would you? I should have taken you guys with me. Why would you want to stay in a predicament with someone who can't even afford you? No, you leave. And here's the thing, right? When you start doing these things, you initially feel so weird. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to ask him for money. And eventually it becomes human nature. You're like, yeah, I want money. If you don't give me money, please leave me alone. And just depending on where you are. Now, you can't do this with like people that you know that are obviously broke, because he's gonna cuss you out in the store. He's gonna be like, "You gold digger." You got to do it to people that you know have a lot to lose. And they have money to give. You can't do it to ratchet people, because you're gonna learn. He's gonna make sure that the store knows that you're a gold digger. And who wants to be in that predicament? Not I. I ain't got no time for that. So that's why I'm saying, hey AR. So that's why I'm saying it's so important to watch where you go and watch the type of people that you entertain. And if you meet somebody and they ratchet, just simply say no. No, I can't give you my number. I'm married. I have a boyfriend. Whatever you want to say, just get them away from you. So yeah, but that predicament didn't last long. I left, and I just this was like when 2023 or something. How do you weigh how much money can a certain guy send you instead asking more than they can? You just ask for a huge amount and see how much they're willing to give. Let's just say you would ask for $5,000. Let's just see how much they're gonna give. That's gonna give you an estimate. If it gives you all the whole 5,000, then next time try 8,000. But if it gives you like 1,000, 2,000, then you know he's on the $2,000 range. That's just that. But you need to aim high. I don't know. Even like when you're asking for things like clothes and stuff, ask for quality things. Don't just ask for cheap things. Ask for a $700 dress. Ask for a $1,000 pair of shoes. Do you know what I mean? Because it shows that you value yourself. And if you're in South Africa, ask for a $3,000 dress. And even if that dress is on sale, don't tell him that. Take the 3,000 and buy the dress on the sale price and keep the rest of the money. If it's shoes, ask for $6,000 shoes, 6,000 rand shoes. Or 4,000. I don't know how much shoes are in South Africa. I don't know. So that's just how you weigh. You ask, or you mention something at a certain price and see if the person's willing to give, or how much of that money they're willing to give. I don't know why I always attract broke guys. He started telling me about love. I blocked him. It's because that's what you believe you deserve. It's your self-belief. It's got nothing to do with the guys, of course, and where you go. But it's a self-belief. It's what you think of yourself. You will attract broke people if you think that's all you attract. Like you're saying, you don't know why. You need to work on yourself. Work on improving your self-value. Work on your looks. Work on where you're going. Work on how you speak. Work on how you present yourself. Work on how you think about yourself. Those are the only ways for you to improve yourself. But if you're attracting a certain caliber of men, it's because you are associating yourself with that and you're going to places where those people are based. Change that. I think there are more generous men in US compared to South Africa. That's not true. There are generous men everywhere. Here's the thing: when a man likes you and you are his type, he will be generous. He will want to show off. But maybe you're right. I don't know. But when I was in South Africa, I met a lot of men. There's a guy that purchased my number for 500 rand and still was afraid to call me. So it's just based on it's a self. Come on. Our Kanyikele broke up with Ubongani. Everybody was like, oh, Kanyikele can never find another man. Kanyikele is traveling to Dubai doing this. She bought a house. So it's not true. You just need to associate yourself with women that date these kind of men. You need to become that type of woman and then befriend those type of women that date those kind of men. It's just that simple. So be around people that are doing what you want to do. Create a friendship with them until the friendship sticks. So you can learn. And let me tell you, when I was younger, I was always around what people call gold diggers. I just did not know that I was absorbing information. But I was always around. And this was like, what, 2013, 2010. I would be around women that call a man and be like, hey, I want 10,000 rand. I need 10,000 rand to go shopping with my friends. And before that, used to seem like, oh my gosh, that's diabolical. But I did not know that I was watching and absorbing. So you need to place yourself in predicaments where you can learn how to say those things and not flinch. And the worst thing you can do is be afraid. Closed mouths never get fed. You have to get to a point where you just like, let me just ask. If he says no, then bye. At least you tried. Versus not asking at all. Not asking at all is worse because you will consistently wonder, is he a generous person? Is he not a generous? Just ask. And that's going to give you an answer. So that way you don't stick around and waste your time with someone who's not even generous. You just move on. The more you date, the more you leave situations, the faster you are to meet a provider. But the more you stay and hold on to situations that don't serve you, the longer it will take for you to meet provider men. It's just that. So if you're still talking to a man who hasn't purchased a gift for you and you've set a boundary and he's still able to access you and you still reading his messages, you're blocking something. Let him go. Let him go. Some boundaries are meant to be set in silence. It's just that. We're not finna sit down and talk about it, but you're gonna know what time it is. So, and I told you, I had to let go of one of the guys that I really, and I had read a meme saying sometimes you gotta let go of your favorite NIGGA, and you have to let them go once they've done something, and that say came in right on time, and he sent me a message. He was like, "Oh my gosh, I miss you so much." I did not even flinch. I just sent him a heart emoji. And not just a red heart, it was a pink heart, the one with the smallish one, the one with the biggest one, and a small one. So that is just like a hi, how you doing? First date etiquette. I have that out on my website. I have a whole 30+ minute long video on that, on what to wear, how to speak, etc. So you're just gonna have to wait till I release that. But yeah, don't waste time on people. And let me tell you, you might miss the person for the first day, second. By the third day, you just like, well, you get used to it. For me, I miss more when people spend on me. Then I'll miss you. But if you're not, even even so, the last thing I remember about you is what's the last thing you did. So if you're currently not doing anything, that's what's gonna stick more than you spending on me. I don't. Can I go back to my place if there are no flowers in car? If that's what you want. Have you stated that you like flowers? Can you go back to your place? Were you planning to sleep over? Hi, dear. Hi, Nonkazimulo. I don't care about flowers. I care about money. I really don't care about flowers. Flowers are finna come. Heck, I got flowers dying right now. They're not finna pay no bill. But if that's what you want, if you're that type of girl, then let it be known. Here's the thing, right? Don't let go of a man who's financially willing to provide for you just because he didn't buy flowers. Find yourself a man that is going to provide flowers. You have to have a different man that does different things. If you have a provider man who's not romantic, find someone else who's going to do the romance. Sorry, not sorry. No, I meant when he is fetching you to go to the dinner dates. Does he know that he needs to bring flowers? Does he know you like flowers? No, I don't know. It's up to you. If you want flowers, then you need to set that. Hey, don't come here empty-handed. Hey, when you come and get me, what you gonna bring for me? And if he's like, what do you mean? I don't like it when men come empty-handed. And see if he's like, well, so I'm taking you to dinner and buying you flowers. You already know what time it is. So, oh, I hear you. I usually console myself with the quote after asking. With which quote? Which quote do you console yourself with? Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you see, if you are giving money and all of that, flowers, I can buy myself with the money that you give me. But if you don't have money and you're not romantic, and then you just like, you are a carbon engine because you're useless. And you need to look at them like that. Look at them for what they are bringing to the table. If it's nothing, then why are you entertaining it? So you selling yourself. Think of dating as a job, right? You hiring and firing. You hiring the people that are willing to put in the work. And for the people that do want the services of your company, they are willing to pay. You firing the people that are not willing to put in the work. You firing the people that are not willing to pay for your services. And this is not out of anger. You're not upset when you do it. You just let go because it doesn't match up with your standard of living. You need to get to a point where you would rather be by yourself than be with a man who's not doing what you need to do. And the more you have that mindset, the more it's easy for you to let go of people that are wasting your time. You will start attracting people that are willing to take care of you because your standards, you are so safe in your body that you are not desperate to have a human being in front of you just to have a human being in front of you. Should I fully glow up or should I take advantage of the summer and start freestyling? Why wouldn't you do both? AR, where are you based? I would fully glow up and freestyle. I would freestyle while glowing up. Why would you want to choose one or the other? Do both. Are you in the UK? Yeah, do both. And if you can go to the south of France for the weekend, go to the south of France. Go to where the yachts are at. Be outside, girl. It's summer. You might catch me in the south of France this summer. Yeah, no, just do both. Why? I'm not picking one or the other. because we only have 4 months of a good winter weather. Then you should have been starting your glow up. Your glow up should be like at 90% right now, because you had so much bad weather the rest of the year that you had time to work out, to eat good, to read books, to sleep good. By the time summer comes, baby, it's ready, steady, go. And in the UK, I already know that the weather's good now, so you should really be outside. And if you're still asking, that means you're still not sure. You still probably haven't started. Then you need to prioritize yourself. You really do. Because here's the thing about growing up, right? Even if you don't get a man, which you will always get a man, you still at a better state than you were before. You are a better version of yourself. So getting the man is just an extra bonus. But you are feeling good, feeling better, you're lighter, you're prettier, you're happy energetically. Yeah, you need to you need to double up on the work on your glow up. You need to work twice as hard on your glow up. Go to gym twice, read more books, sleep while listening to Dark Femininity, look up places. You need to do everything. Get your hair done, get your nails did. Look up Pinterest how to dress. Hype yourself in the mirror every morning. Yeah, be outside. The only way you can know what you all can attract and what you cannot attract is by you physically going outside and seeing the type of men that approach you. This is going to tell you what you still need to work on. This is going to tell you your problematic areas. This is going to tell you if you're going to the right areas or not. It's going to tell you a lot. So you need to consistently continue dating, even during your glow up session. Closed mouths will never get fed. Here's the thing. I would rather get a no than not ask at all. I would rather get a no than not ask at all. Because at least if I ask, I will know where I stand with that person. But if you don't ask, you're going to consistently wonder, does he like me enough? What does he think about me? Does he care about me? No, let's end it right now. I need A, B, and C. And sit back and watch how he responds. And then you can go home knowing where you are with this person. And once they've shown you, if you stick around, if it's not what you want and you stick around, you can't blame the person. It's all on you. It's all on you. You can never blame a person after they've fully revealed what they are willing and not willing to do for you. Once they've shown you that, you get to digest that by going home and sleeping. And then I give you till the morning if you're uncertain. If by the time before he even wakes up, the decision needs to wake you up. You don't even need the alarm. The decision needs to be the alarm. When it's time for me to debate, let me tell you, 4 a.m., that decision will wake me up and be like, okay, this is the answer. You need to block or let go. So you need to put yourself in predicaments where ask yourself, am I selling myself short just to keep a human being in front of me? If it's a yes, then you've already done yourself disservice. Ask after dates 2, 3, or whatever you feel comfortable. Just ask and see what the response is. That way you know where you stand with the person. I will always ask. I'm telling you now, and let me tell you, it's a rare occasion. Actually, I don't even know. Let's just say, I don't know, I can't even think of a time someone said no to me. You can give me what I need in a space of 30 minutes. 30 minutes. You will no longer be able to access me. you will no longer be able to access me. It's that quick. My turnaround time is in same time. Unless I'm sitting across you, I'm gonna play my cool. The minutes, regardless, it's over. Or I might even block you while we sitting together while I'm eating your food and drinking your liquor. You might get blocked right there and then, because while we hovering around people that can afford us, that's embarrassing. That's really legit is embarrassing. You can't do this for me? Why are you here? It's one thing if someone's like, hey, you want 7,000? Okay, I can give you 4,000. Okay, shame. They trying. But if they like, well, I can give you any. Okay, thanks, bye. So that we don't waste each other's time, let's just go ahead. I mean, I won't say thanks bye instantly, but I'll be like, oh, okay, that's okay. The rest of the time I'm bored, I'm on my phone. What happened? You look so bored. Oh no, I'm just trying to reach out to people to get help with this thing. I need this thing done. I'm actually thinking of going. Maybe I should go to figure this out. Oh, it was so good to see you, and I'm out. I'm from South Africa. So just train yourself to have turnaround time that fast. It's gonna help you so much. All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm getting hungry. It's 2:22. Make a wish. I'm gonna go. I want to return these jeans. And I'm hungry. I need to take a nap somewhere, somehow. I need at least a 30-minute nap. All right, guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Excuse me. Wait, how do you end this thing? Oh, Jesus.